Manchester United humiliated at Old Trafford at the hands of Bournemouth. Manchester United nil, Bournemouth 3. The same old problems have come back to the surface that we have been seeing about United before the Chelsea game. It looked like the win might ignite some confidence, but again, going goal down, heads down, and again, a shameful performance from Manchester United. Big question need to be asked of Harry Ten Hag to where the side is going, what's the identity, while a big credit to Bournemouth. When you see Bournemouth, you always see a style of play. You see what the manager is trying to do. But earlier in the season, they weren't clinical. They weren't getting the result. Now you see that. They were deserved winners. They played good football. They countered well, defensively well drilled, and a really good side. And the biggest problem is, whenever they countered, every time they countered, it looked like they'll score a goal. United could easily have put 6 past Chelsea by half time, but they could also have conceded 3. And again, the same old problems. Attackingly, there's nothing for them. Defensively and in terms of midfield, they're an absolute shambles. Playing McTominay just for the sake of that he can score goals always leaves amrabat isolated, and he was absolutely destroyed by the press of Bournemouth. And again, no structure. Kobe Minor should be playing there, but the manager plays McTominay just because you need some goals. You go to the attacking department, and Anthony Martial is still starting for Manchester United in the end and December of 2023. Absolute shameful performance again from him. You go on to Bruno, not a bad performance, but he started with a poor pass that led to the goal, and then in the end got an embarrassing yellow card. When you're playing Liverpool next week and you have already an injury crisis at the squad, you are the captain, you have to use some brain there. And then you go to Garnacho, the only player that again showed he's giving everything, but today his output was not at the level you expect from him. And then you go again at the back. Maguire was the best player, to be really honest. Luke Shaw again playing at a position he should not be for me playing at. And then Regulian, yes, he attacked well, but again there was no output. Defensively, it was so easy from Bournemouth from his side. And Dalot, again, it was easy from his side to attack because attackingly, both were attacking, but again, they left a lot of space behind. And again, for the goal of Phil Billing, there needs to be a proper centre-back. Varane avoids that goal from Billing. You can't blame Luke Shaw for that. And again, I don't understand this stubbornness from Eddie Ten Hag to again and again stick on his thing that, I want a left-footed player as centre-back. Yes, Lisandro has got injured, but you can at least adapt. You have to play Varane there. Yes, Varane is not left-footed, but again, you are struggling. You are struggling physically. And yes, Shaw has sometimes dealt well in this position, but again, you're putting him against Phil Billing. It was always going to be Billing winning that battle. And in the end, they scored the second goal, and easy victory in the end. You can't even blame Onana for this defeat. All the goals were not savable. They could even have lost by more, but a goal was disallowed, a very unlucky disallowed. And again, the question is, where did they go, Manchester United? Where did they go? Managers already said, I can't play my philosophy. And again, then what you're building at Manchester United, again, the question is, you aren't finishing top 4 playing this football. So it's not like playing result-based football. You aren't getting top 4 with that. You're out of Champions League right now. You might not even finish top 5 right now. This is not sustainable. Yes, Ten Hag won the manager of the month. But again, you have to see the performances. They were not good enough. And again, the idea is where you are going. Like you see Manchester United right now and my club Chelsea, we are the 2 easiest team in the Premier League to play against right now. The 2 most easiest team. Yes, we were better with Manchester United, and it also shows how embarrassing of a club we are right now. But you go to Manchester United, we could have even put 3-4 past them, but we have inexperienced attackers like Mudryk and Jackson. So again, the question is, where Manchester United are going? A lot of fans are saying, sack Eddie Ten Hag, sack him right now, sack him. You lose to Liverpool next week badly, you lose to Bayern Munich in the midweek badly, you are done. He has to be sacked then. But where do you go? The only available manager that could make some sense is Antonio Conte. But what happens? Just like Tottenham, you get a top 5 finish. Just like Ten Hag did last season, got a top 3 finish, won the Carabao Cup, peppered over the cracks in the club, and then what happens? Again, you are back to square one. Conte has another 31-year-olds, and you are back to square one again. No building at the club. Arsenal leave you behind. Villa leave you behind. City. You go on to Brighton. Everyone leaves you behind again. So where is the idea? You don't know with Manchester United what they're trying to do right now with the squad building right now. The new manager might come in. Sancho might get a new lease of life. Maguire gets a new lease of life. McTominay gets a new lease of life. And then you're back to square one. Martial gets a new lease of life. So again, you're back to square one for the players you should have sold. I've said the same for my club and United. There's no point right now of sacking the managers. Yes, if it gets really bad, you might have no option. But at least you should have a director of football who has an idea of what to do, who appoints a manager as per the players they want, and they build accordingly. What Manchester United need right now is a director of football, and let's see what Sir Jim does for them right now, which person he gets, because that is the thing Manchester United need, and that is the thing we have, but nobody knows. We are building a young model that has never ever worked in football, or you have never seen it working in football, while Manchester United are building everything, young, old, experienced, and nothing is working right now. And that is the problem with Manchester United. You can sack Ten Hag, you can get Champions League football, but where do you go in future? Varane might not be there next season. He might go to Saudi or some other club. Amrabat has much case will go, he will get more and more older. Rashford right now is not looking the player we know. You go on to Bruno Fernandes again. You have to question in terms of when it's going bad. He's not there to step it up. And then you go on at the back again, Maguire. You go to McTominay. There's so much players United need to clear off. Even Luke Shaw, who is very injury prone. So you have to see where the club is going on. Where is the strategy? You might get a new manager, but at some point you will have another bad season, then another bad season. United need to have a philosophy now where they have a manager who plays a particular philosophy, and that's the way they go. If Eddie Ten Hag doesn't want to play his philosophy, fair enough, sack him. But then get the next manager, build a proper director of football and a structure, and that is the only way they can go. But just straight away saying sack Ten Hag and that's going to improve everything, it's not going to work like that. This is going to be a tough season for Manchester United and a tough season for us as well. And overall, on this defeat, it was not a surprise. It was not a slip up. They were embarrassed. United did not play well against Fulham. United did not play well in many matches I saw, even against Brentford. They weren't good. The only game I can say they have played well in the last some matches was Chelsea. Even against Everton, Garnacho scored a bicycle kick, but Everton had a lot of chances. Galatasaray was only another one I can say where United played really well. And the Copenhagen first 25-30 minutes of the match, where in the end they bottled the lead. That's only somewhere I can say they played well, but other than that, they've been embarrassing. So it's time to just not look at the result. It's time to look at for Manchester United fans where they're going, and question needs to be asked. Just not at Ten Hag, again of the ownership, and even Sir Jim, who is coming as a director of football now in terms of running the club's sporting operations, to where Manchester United want to go and where do we want to reach.